Long ago, in the haze of my unraveling, life was a carnival of abandon. Every cup was brimming, every voice thundered with wildness, and every fleeting hour seemed eternal in its blaze. I walked through those fevered nights with reckless certainty, the wine staining my lips and my laughter sharp as glass. The world spun fast, and I spun with it, believing the fire would never consume me. What a cruel, glittering lie. The feast turned hollow. The wine, once sweet, became a poison that gnawed at the edges of my soul. The laughter curdled, the hours turned brittle, and I could no longer meet my reflection in the mirrored shards of my existence. Shadows grew long within me, spreading like ink across the pages of my days. I was both the thief and the victim, robbing myself of peace, of joy, of love. The feast crumbled, and I, its last guest, lingered among the ruins. But still a voice whispered from somewhere deep and hidden, a voice that was mine yet not mine. It spoke of surrender, of the freedom buried in the word, enough. Slowly I turned away from the ruins, from the shattered bottles and the songs of despair. Slowly I opened my hands, empty but aching to hold something real. I found refuge in the fellowship of the broken and mended, a choir of voices who knew my sorrow, who had seen my darkness and still called me back to life. With them I stood and spoke the truth. I am powerless. In that admission, I felt the first breath of something new. A quiet strength. A stillness that did not demand, but only invited. Rosie, my steadfast companion, taught me to sit with life as it is. Her soft, simple presence grounded me, her trust urging me to be worthy of it. In her gentle, unspoken wisdom, she reminded me that love is found in the smallest acts. A touch, a moment of stillness, a shared warmth. She became my tether to the present, guiding me back when I strayed too far into regret or fear. And so I began to live, not in the frantic grasping of what was lost, but in the slow embrace of what could be. My son, strong and steady, offered me a bond rebuilt from truth. My daughter, distant but reaching, taught me patience as I waited with hope for her trust to return. I cannot undo the past, but I can step forward with open hands, ready to meet them where they are. And so I began to live, not in the frantic grasping of what was lost, but in the slow embrace of what could be. My son, strong and steady, offered me a bond rebuilt from truth. My daughter, distant but reaching, taught me patience as I waited with hope for her trust to return. I cannot undo the past, but I can step forward with open hands, ready to meet them where they are. This is the life I rebuild, not a feast of endless indulgence, but a simple, honest table set with moments of joy. I walk this path with balance, with gratitude, knowing that serenity is not a prize to be won, but a gift to be welcomed. And when it comes, I will meet it not with desperation, but with grace. Here's my song, my story, written in light and shadow. It is not perfect, but it is mine.